Hi, good afternoon, my dear students. This is Isha Lourdes. I'm so happy to be recording this video for you because I know you are very stressed out because of the modules. And it's something that I can understand. But well, today we are going to check on Grammar Guide Day 1. This is about complete sentences and fragments. Okay. I suppose you have read about sentences and fragments. I suppose. There you have to distinguish between sentences and sentence fragments according to the module. I suppose you read it. Okay, I suppose you watched a video about subject and predicate and also about sentence and fragments. Okay, there you have to solve two pages. Two pages. Worksheet 1 and worksheet 2. Okay? But do you remember school when we were talking about sentences and fragments? Maybe you don't remember. But do you remember when I told you that in order to make sentences or build sentences, we have to destroy them first? Okay. Remember, whenever you need to identify a sentence, some teachers can say that you have to identify the subject, but that is not exactly true. Whenever you need to identify what is a sentence, the first thing you have to look for is the verb. When you get the verb, immediately you know that everything that is before the verb is a subject. And from the verb on, you have the predicate. So now that you have remembered about the subject and the predicate, then let's talk about sentence and sentence fragments. According to page 1 from the book, it says, what is a sentence? Let's read. Sentences, group of words that have a complete thought or a complete idea. And the fragment is only one part of a sentence. Maybe that part is made up of a verb and a complement with no subject. Or maybe you can have a subject, but you don't have a verb or a predicate. That is a fragment. So when we identify sentence and sentence fragments, we need to check on the verb first. If you get a verb and you get a whole idea before the verb and after the verb, then you have a sentence. Maybe you are kind of wondering, teacher, I don't get you. I don't remember. Okay. Let's work on the practices, okay? There we have practices and there we have practices too. Here, what is a sentence? Here. There it says that you have to write S for each group of words, that is a sentence, and F for fragments. Okay. In number 1, you have two options. One says, John Philip Sousa was a famous band leader. Okay. Here, the first thing you have to identify is the verb. Was. Be in the past tense. Okay. John Philip Sousa is the subject. Was a famous band leader is the predicate. So what do we have here? A sentence. And from 1854 to 1932 is a fragment. So here, Lulu helped us solving this practice that was very short. Can you see it here? Okay. Number 2, Sosa was born in Washington, D.C. That is a sentence. Visited many places around the world is a fragment. Who? We don't know. More than 100 marches. What? Who? We don't know, so that is a fragment. Sosa wrote music. That is a sentence. Sosa was the subject. Wrote is the verb and music is the complement. So wrote music is the predicate. That is a sentence. Number 4, you probably know some of his music. You probably know. Okay, there, that is not a fragment, that is a sentence. Lulu had it wrong. Lulu, you have to check it. The Stars and Stripes Forever, that is a fragment. That is not a sentence. So we need to correct that. Okay, then we have part B. You see part B here? Part B. This concert announcement has 6 sentences and several sentence fragments. Underline the sentences. Okay. Let's read. Hear out award-winning marching band play tonight at 8 p.m. That is a sentence. Back from the state band competition. No, that is a fragment. Fifth Street School Auditorium. That is a fragment. Tickets will be sold at the door. That is a sentence. Come early. What do you think? That is a sentence. Why? Because it is a command. The subject is invisible, but the subject is you. Seats limited. That is a fragment. There will be music for everyone to enjoy. That is the sentence. Music of John Philip Sousa. Fragment. Our band here. These 2 lines. Our band here, do you see? Is the state middle school marching band champion. That is a sentence. Get ready to march. That is a sentence. Why? Because that is a command. And it is inviting you to do something. Okay. Now let's see the practice. Just practice. I need to explain something. Maybe you got confused. We don't know. Okay. Let's share this. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Wait a minute. Here we go. This is worksheet 1, identifying sentences and sentence fragments, rule 8A. In the exercise A that we have 25 items, says, decide whether each of the following word groups is a sentence or a sentence fragment. Remember, a sentence contains a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought. If the word group is a sentence, write S on the line provided here. If it is a sentence fragment, write F, so in the line. Here you have the examples. I have highlighted the sentences. So here you see that I have them with a color in the number. So here you have to identify the verb. In this case, had camped. That is a verb. Indicated is a verb. Was is a verb. Spent is a verb. Rounded. No, sorry, that is not a verb. This one, my mistake. Here, this is a verb. And also you see here that we have a question. Number 13, paddle. But here we have a verb phrase. So we could not paddle is the verb. So we is the subject and the verb is all this here that we have. This is the auxiliary in the negative and the verb, main verb. So number 16, the rapids in the river were. Here we have the verb. 18, steered, balanced. We have two verbs here. Then we have in number 21, became. This is the verb. And the 22, we have was. There was no chance, however, to stretch our legs. Okay, so here we have the sentences. The rest of what we have here are fragments. This was a little bit confusing, okay? And I had some parents asking for this because we have a lot of information in the instructions, but maybe I can help you with this. Decide whether each of the following groups of words is a sentence or a sentence fragment. The first thing you have to do is to identify which one is a sentence and which one is a sentence fragment. Okay, when you identify the sentence, then you have to underline the subject once, one time, and the verb twice, two times, and on the line you write S. If the subject you is understood, like in the case of a command, then you write you in parentheses at the end of the item, like this one, example number 3. If the word group is a sentence fragment, then you have to write F here, okay? So I did the same. I identified the sentences, okay? So let's check on the subject and the verb. Number 6. At the final curtain came a loud burst of applause. Here, the subject is burst. This is the subject, okay? And the verb is came. Here you have to underline twice the verb and only once the noun. Number 9. What is the director planning next? Okay, director is the noun. Is planning is the verb. Is planning is the verb. So you have to underline is and planning 2 times. Clear? Okay. Number 10. In the spring, she will direct the well-known musical West Side Story. Here, this is the subject, she. Will direct is the verb. Number 12. We have a question. Are you interested in musicals? You is the subject. Are interested is the verb here. Double line. Are, double line, interested. Are you following me? I hope so. There we have 14. Practice the part now and memorize the lines in time for the audition. Well, this is a command because somebody is addressing you. So at the end here, you have to write you in parentheses and we have to underline 2 times practice and memorize because there we have 2 verbs. Number 15. Who will play Maria? Here, who is the subject. Will play is the verb. So who is going to be underlined once, and will play is going to be underlined twice. And the last one is number 19. The performers must act, sing, and dance well. Here, performers is the subject. Performers, okay? Then we have must act, sing, dance with double lines. Why? Because must act is a verb, sing is a verb, dance is a verb. Okay. Now that we have checked this practice, remember, you have to do also page 2. Challenge, okay? Find the 5 complete sentences below. Write the sentences in order on the line, okay? The sentences in order. Then circle the first letter of each sentence. The letters you circle will spell the name of something that is important in a band. Okay, number 1, several kinds of bands. Is that a sentence? No. Dance bands are popular. That is a sentence. On records or on tape. Fragment. Radios play band music. What do you think? It's a sentence. Usually people like bands. Sentence. Once in a while, a loud noise. Fragment. Playing in a band. Fragment. Many students like Sosa's music. Sentence. Trying to play like John Philip Sousa. Fragment. Sosa wrote a book about his life. That is a sentence. So, if you take all these sentences and write them in order, what do you get? At the end, it says, then circle the first letter of each sentence. The letters you circle will spell the name of something that is important in a band. So, number 2, D, circle D. Number 4, circle R. Number 5, circle U. Number 8, circle M. Number 10, circle S. What do you get? What do you get? Let's think about it. D-R-U-M-S. It says, the letters you circle will spell the name of something that is important in a band. Drums. If you don't have a drum, where are you going to get the noise? So, and think about a record that you like. Write 5 sentences telling why you like it. Make sure that your sentences are complete. When it says about a record that you like, it's about a CD or song that you really like. Remember, not reggaeton or things like that, okay? But then you have to write 5 sentences telling why you like it. And then you have to make sure that you are writing complete sentences, okay? Complete sentences. So this is the practice that we have. This is the lesson that we have. I hope that I can help you today. This is the first time I have video for my students, and I hope that I can help you. I will continue uploading videos of science, spelling, reading, and grammar. So for today, this is what we have. If you have any questions, write to me, okay, from anytime. Don't worry, I will check it tomorrow. And it's very important that you understand the lesson. If you do not understand, please let me know, because I really want to help you. So, see you soon in another video. I love you, kids. I really, really miss you. And believe me, this will happen soon. See you tomorrow.